All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Kill a Kill, episode 24. Oh my god.
The basically finale before the OVA.
Right, so the last episode is an OVA? Is it an extended finale? We don't know.
Is it the resolution afterwards, or is it like some slice of life thing where it's Valentine's Day and they have to ask each other out or something? I don't know. I don't know.
But y'all, they're going to attack Horoji Academy.
Yep, take it back.
Yes, take it back. They're going to destroy Lady Ragyou. Yeah. They're going to finally actually kill Nui. Harume Nui.
Yes. Slice her up into 1,000 pieces. This is going to be wonderful.
This is going to be so cathartic. I can just feel it. We just had the double "Don't Lose Your Way."
That's right. And ending on the shot with everyone all there and Mako front and center.
It was like a painting.
Yep.
And with the spiral energy at the top.
As they're heading out. Yeah, that.
Y'all. This feels like we're back at the finale of Gurren Lagann all over again, but we have all this like extra energy built up because Kill a Kill has brought us like to this point, like surprisingly like beyond where we could have ever dreamed it would take us. And now like
I am so ready for this episode because it's going to be amazing. But at the same time, I am not ready for the show to be over. Like,
we still have one more week after this, Jacob.
Yeah.
Don't lose your way just yet.
That's right.
All right. Now let us go before our body is dry. My body's no longer dry. All right, everyone. We're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. The drums.
All right, here we go. Oh, this is gorgeous.
Super Ultima Uniform 100-man assault. Mana! Oh, yes. It's a drill, then!
It's a rubber barrier. Wow. It's basically a condom.
It's a condom, but yes.
The condom, yeah.
It's a drill condom.
Right now they're protected, and we can't have that.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, just my breaking them right out of the gate.
Oh, the theme music! Oh my god!
Kind of energy blast thing, or no way. It's just
absolute domination. Oh my god!
Beyond the darkness. Okay.
Oh.
Sounds like the life fibers need a "Don't Lose Your Way."
Oh. Just in case we forgot what the light fiber's ultimate plan was. Stripped of the means to resist.
With the DTR!
Nudist beach! Yes! Oh!
And it combines! They have a naked fusion
DTR!
of their souls, and it's gone. Okay.
They tried.
They bounce off the condom.
Yep. That was creepy. Nui almost looked like she was looking directly at us. Like,
yeah.
Oh. crap.
Oh.
Oh my god, are they all dead?
I don't know.
Yes! Gabagool!
Absolute domination, that's every day for him.
Ah! Yes! Yes! Right! No! No!
Kamakura jumps in the way.
Yes! Yes! Yeah! Oh! Gogorira! Yes! Oh! Yes! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Hey, all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, is Gabagool dead?
Yeah, I don't know. He's okay. He's okay.
The music, the music. Oh. Did I regret it?
No. Wait. He's not actually dead. He's not actually dead.
No.
They're
playing the music, Jacob. I think he's dead.
No.
Nui.
Okay, I just gotta say that look of Satsuki's is
it's badass.
Awesome. It's
yes.
so badass.
Oh. Satsuki can hear him because of the blood mixing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Unless they know you, possibly, and take it over from the inside?
Sengetsu! Yes! Blade Gale! Use it for the drill! Yeah!
Wait. Is it actually her dad? Is Senketsu actually her dad? Because he said, I'm neither human nor clothing.
Precisely. Sonatori! Ah! Alright. Oh my god, everyone's here!
Okay.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh. The music!
The opening?
Oh! Yes! Yes, give it to her, give it to her, give it to her. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, yes! Yes! They're doing it! They're doing it! Yeah! Oh, gladly.
Oh, we are so
gladly.
excited too. You mass-produced rip-offs.
Oh!
Gagorira! Oh!
All right.
Oh! Oh,
Okay.
of course.
All right.
It's just a
Flesh wound. Yes, that's right.
Ego burst.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, be your perfect exhibitionist. Exactly. Oh, it's drill energy.
DTR.
Oh!
All right, here we go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. No. No. No thanks. No.
Oh. Oh, because she had to get worse.
Yeah.
Aha.
Of course we had to have them fuse.
And then you will wear Zaward.
Crap. 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 Crap.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Gotcha. Do it manually. Because space, you have to.
Yep. Yep.
It's trigger after all. My masters. Oh boy.
Oh, crap. Oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my
That's
god.
what the OVA will be.
Yes, yes. Yes. So that you'll come back. This is her having her promise that she'll come back.
Yeah.
Ah! Yes. Okay. Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
This is the Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Yes, here we go.
All right.
It wasn't just a fusion with Satsuki, it's a fusion with all of them. Everything.
Entire.
Oh! What? Ah!
Fashion Week.
Oh my god. Those smoke trails, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, pierce the heavens, literally.
Oh.
Literally.
Nani? Wow. Yep, there it is.
All right.
There's scissors now. I've got a date writing on this. Haha. Oh! Well, okay. Unlimited fiberworks. Oh. Wow. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa. Dang. Yes! Yes!
Right.
Oh! Yeah. Whoa. I understand my humanity,
JoJo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh.
In your mind, we have to be as one. Don't be afraid, my sweetheart.
This is the way to be more strong.
No, yours.
Yes!
No, you.
Yes!
Yes. Literally, with the power of the drill, piercing her. Yeah, okay.
But I'm not.
Ooh!
That was me. I was.
Yeah!
Yes! Together. Oh. Nice. Wow.
Okay.
Lose your way in your mind.
You
Yes.
have to be one friend.
Wow. You're right. And everything else. Oh! Where is it coming in? So garbage! That's exactly what it is! That's who we
tautology!
Wow.
Holy crap. Those lights in the sky are stars.
Oh.
Wow. That's a shot.
Wow. Will you?
She won't. Yeah.
Oh. Hmm. Jeez.
Wow.
I need to be able to survive re-entry, right?
Yeah. He's taking the blow.
Oh.
No. Wait. He's not burning up, is he? But
No.
But
Oh. No. Oh, wow. Hmm.
and then the Davis come behind. Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Ah!
Come crazy.
Gotcha!
Ah!
Oh. Nice. Oh my god. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
It's all the openings and endings in this episode.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh. We can finally work this.
oh, boy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. Oh.
Wow. Is that it? And then the OVA is the date?
Yeah, I think probably. Oh.
Wait.
They rebuilt. Whoa.
Well, I mean, this is just somewhere else in the world, Jacob. Like,
or that's where Honoji Academy was, and now.
I mean, maybe. She's waiting for Mako?
Yeah.
Hey!
I did miss the first ending. It's nice to have it back. Oh.
Wow, Satsuki, Satsuki.
She cut her hair.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that was the red thread of fate. That was Senketsu. Literally was that, and and she's still wearing a scarf to remember him.
Yeah. Nice.
And that looked a lot like the girl in the guns.
I mean, yeah, it did. But I mean, what do you expect? Yeah. Triggered. Like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Words are not enough. This show. Like, they brought back all the openings and all the endings.
Yep.
Because, of course, like, the fact that this was all one episode blows my mind. Like, where to start? Like,
well, let's get the big throbbing erection out of the way. We had the transmitter
after covering it with a condom, so that way we can safely dispose of it. Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. We had the massive transmitter being covered by the force field, right?
And Mako comes, and says it's basically a rubber protection. Yeah.
Yes, and then Gamagura Ira penetrated it with his ego burst, and then once it broke, it just I couldn't contain it at that part. I was just like, okay, kill. I mean, there's sometimes where you're like, we're being like super deep and actually kind of like nuanced. And then there's
wow, like
why do you call it ego splurge? I mean, if for all
ego nut. Yeah. Wow.
All right, so now that's out of the way,
we got several satisfying things that happened to Nui.
Sure.
Just again and again, people beating on her and wailing on her, and then the suiting and terrifying thing of you lend me your body, and chopping her head off and then getting absorbed, and then this is giant Nui, because why not? Let's make it even worse.
I am glad that they brought back the absorption of life fibers.
Yes.
Because that was something that was constantly throughout the show.
Yep.
It was something that should have upscaled to something like this eventually. And then basically saying, we wrote this in specifically to be for that. And it's something that doesn't feel like, this was just pulled out,
Right. Like, is it a convenient, like, developing of some latent power on the inside of the protagonist that is not defined very clearly that allows them to defeat the villain at the darkest hour? Yes. But the thing is that, one, it's kill a kill. Would you expect anything less? And two, they did build up to it from the beginning.
Well, I think, it was definitely built up from the beginning, but it's something that was consistent throughout. Like, it was something that was used over and over and over again.
Right.
Not just shown once,
right.
Twice. It was like 20 times it was
So the
shown.
fact that this happened is absolutely perfect. We're expecting it. We're cheering for it. Like, even if we don't know what form it will take exactly, it's just, it's absolutely amazing.
And it was the combination of Senketsu and Ryuko. It was the combination of the two of them working together.
And everyone else.
Yes, I think that was kind of the cherry on top, but the fact that
they absorbed the Omnisil.
Well, her dad, Ishin Matoi, basically ended up forging the two of them so that they could defeat Ragyou. But I think it was very poetic and special that the part that was granted specifically from the father only, Senketsu, burned up as the final thing of her casting off everything from her past so that she can grow up and be an adult and be free and choose her way. In some ways that everyone else basically said, okay, she has a way.
Right.
and she will need to hold on to it and fight for it because there are other people around you that will try to take that away from you.
Yeah.
But once she's free of all that, she can change her way. She can choose any way. There's no limitations on that.
Yeah.
And I think that's so beautiful because this whole story was about growing up. This whole story was about kind of, a coming of age story.
Right.
And there's all the sexual metaphors. There's all the there's all the visual storytelling stuff going on. There's the whole family dynamic, and I love that when it came down to it, it was the power of Nakama, and also what's
her in
father,
your Kokoro?
Yes, her father basically gave to her as something that she can. I wouldn't say use, but use is the only word I can come up with. It's something that she can.
Here's what I think it is. Here's what I think it is. With all the imagery in Kill la Kill about cutting the thread and cutting the ties and and basically casting off the old for the new, right?
Yeah.
Because that is very good and that's very important, and the percentage of how much they focused on that in Kill la Kill I think was good.
Yes.
But one of the things that can be forgotten a lot of times that really is important is that you cast off the old, but you're also building off of the old on the foundation that you had before that made you able to get to that point. And there's a point where you need to choose your own way, right? But the idea is that this was possible because of the people that came before, the relationships that you have, and and everything. This isn't just you, right? So the fact that they had that be there, that Senketsu was there and made it possible and represented that and stuff, that's absolutely fantastic.
And I like that it was never really confirmed if there was some aspect of the father in Senketsu, right?
But the whole thing of your father can now rest in peace, it's like that could just be a thing of his spirit can now rest easy, or I had a connection with him somehow or other because of whatever, even though Senketsu didn't really remember anything. But that
is something that I think they're leaving up to the discussers like Jacob,
right? Exactly.
To go at and kind of analyze and stuff, because there's a couple of things that are thematic in the story of Kill la Kill of the parents taking away the element of choice from their children. Harume Nui is a great example of that. She was programmed essentially to do all these things.
Right.
Barely any of this, I think, was her desire, her joy, her ecstasy that she experiences from being in a submissive way.
Right.
Is part of the way that she was raised to, be this way. So when she finally gives herself up to Ragyou, there's something really sick and twisted that I think is hidden underneath the obvious sick and twisted stuff. Yeah. And I don't even know if you caught on to it, but what do you think about this? She gives herself up. Ragyou then is defeated. Ragyou then kills herself.
Yeah.
She ended Harume Nui right there with her as well.
I had not thought of that, but that's
so that whole thing of them having this joined thing right there.
Nope, she was just thinking of herself.
Just thinking of herself.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew that the whole time.
Right, of course.
But it went all the way down to the point of where she doesn't even think about whether or not Harume Nui wants to have anything more other than this. It's like, no, we'll just end it all. There you go.
And the thing is, there's the saying, if you love something, set it free. And then that way it can actually come back to you, right?
Because of its own free will,
of its own free will, and that's absolutely not what Ragyou was all about, and that's why I think she's such a perfect villain, because the thing is that in Gurren Lagann, for instance, the anti-spirals and all that stuff, that's great. But there's something so much more sadistic and personal about Ragyou, and the thing is that Ragyou is so overly evil and sadistic that in a lot of stories I would have an issue with that, because it can be one note, one-dimensional and stuff, right? But because of how closely everything that she does ties into the themes of the show and the overall progression of the characters in the show, so that she's not just a dark force, but she's a dark force that is specifically the worst dark force for these people, right? That makes it so much more than just some entity beyond, comprehension that wants to consume, whatever, the Saurons of fiction.
Yeah, this is ultimately a family story, a family's narrative.
And it's done in the best way because it's not, because the thing is, a lot of family stories, you know, like with Star Wars, the drama with the Skywalkers, right? You know, that can get into the details of this family with all sorts of stuff, and TV does this a lot, where it's just like everyone is actually related to everyone, and and all sorts of things. And no, it's dumb. Here, what they do is they use an example of a specific family to paint a picture about families in general and how bad some of that stuff can go, and how important growing up is in deciding things for yourself and choosing your own way. And in order to do that, you have to, at some point, cut the tie with the old, and you can go back and stitch it back together, right? But you need to be able to do that. And
the whole thing of the thread being basically the umbilical cord of dependency.
Right. Yep.
You go from dependency to interdependent. To being independent. And then you go to being interdependent.
Right.
So,
yes.
So with the dependency, you violently reject it. You absolutely tear it off. Like you literally tear off. And we had that whole thing with Ryuko.
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely fantastic.
Then you realize how much you need everyone else, and then we have her fusing with every other uniform and everything, and then going to basically defeat Ragyou.
Yeah.
But if her father could be represented by Senketsu, she was essentially relying on the good part of her that, even though her father didn't really raise her that much. She took anything good that he had left for her and used that to the fullest that it could be used. For the purpose of casting off any thread, also, I would say, of Ragyou's domination, dominion, control over her. And I love that they used it as a mother, because there are so many stories already out there of the father doing this very similar
absolutely
thing. But from a perspective of the mother, there's all this other stuff there with the biological aspect of the mother being the one that actually bears the child, the one that has the...
There was a point when you were biologically connected.
Linked, yes.
Yeah.
And in this way, this is the final, I would say, severing, because in a lot of ways, I think it's easier for most children it's easier to biologically be more connected to the mother, since stereotypically there's the nature of kind of what makes a stereotypical mother.
And even that aside, there's just the fact that physically you are nutritionally you are getting nurtured by the mother. Yeah. Right. So yeah, one of the things, in addition to what you were saying about the callback to Ishin and Ryuko's dad, basically, and drawing on that, even though he didn't really raise her.
Right.
One of the other things, and the combining with everyone else and all that stuff, absolutely fantastic. They did another one, though.
Ooh, what's that?
In that she relied on Ragyou.
Yeah,
this was something that I thought was like,
there you go.
It could be nothing. Maybe it wasn't intended, but I think it was. Right. And I think even if it wasn't, it should be looked at as if it was, because there's something really important here. She basically counted on Ragyou and all the bad stuff that she does and the twisted person that she is, and she basically said, yeah, even with that, all that bad stuff, and the fact that they had the drill thing, piercing Ryuko and all that stuff, I think that again was very intentional, because that's a callback to all the abuse and crazy stuff that happened.
Right.
And that Ryuko is saying, yeah, I know, I'm counting on that. Because that also brought me to where I am today.
Right.
And now I'm going to... You're going to be sorry that ever happened, because I'm going to use that against you,
stronger,
right? Yeah. Right? Exactly. Right. It made me stronger. As much of a bad thing as it was, it made me stronger. And now, I don't need you. I'm past you.
Yep.
I've cut the ties, right? Yep. And now you're going to be the one that is going to look back and say, I don't have anything without this. I'm the one who's still tied.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And isn't able to cut the ties, because Ryuko gave her the option. She's like, the ties have been severed, right? Are you able to find your own way? Are you able to choose your way? And Ragyou basically said she chose to not choose.
In some ways, she revealed that she was already just a life fiber at that point. Well, because remember how she said, she's like, I have actually a little bit of a shred of humanity left in me. That's why I'm holding back. Well, I'm going to cast it aside. And that's the whole little Dioda reference.
Right,
but,
right.
That moment right there, she was no longer she was no longer human. She was a life fiber.
And when she crushed her heart, she just turned into life fibers and disappeared. Yeah.
Right, because her heart was still life fibers and stuff.
But that.
That's pretty dark. I think it's just really dark because Ryuko couldn't save her at that point.
You can't save someone that doesn't want to be saved. You can give them the option.
But I think that's kind of the point, is that Ragyou couldn't choose to be saved either.
Well,
I think
she could choose.
I think it's about the intent of Ryuko still doing that, holding on to the hope that there is.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to bring up that Ragyou made her choice over and over and over again, but she had, remember how she said, I have a last shred of humanity. Well, I'm going to cast that aside. I think they're trying to tell us also in some way that she did.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
there was no doubt in my mind that Ragyou would choose what she chose, but she still was able to make a choice.
I don't think she was.
Huh.
I think that it was something where the fact that she said, there's life fibers all over this planet and stuff like that. Not all over this planet, all over the universe, and eventually one of them will get to this planet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that it is very poetic and stuff that she was free. She was naked. She had all things and stuff there. But
her true self, her
hair, still glowing, life fibers. Her heart, still glowing, life fibers. So when she dies, she disappears into a thing of life fibers, not blood.
Agree to disagree.
Totally. I think it just means something sad and dark was added on top of what you're saying.
That before that point she chose her path so much into this direction that there might have been a previous version of Ragyou that would have chosen differently.
Yes.
But not this one.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah.
There were so many amazing hype moments that were just like moments that I wanted to have happen, and they happened, even though I didn't know that I wanted to have them happen.
Mako nearly died.
Gamaguri, we were wondering.
We thought he died.
He died at the second, and the fact that it's like Mako's, about to die, and we're like, no, but who's gonna step in and take the blow.
I was surprised. I didn't think it would be Ira. I thought it might have been one of the main two characters like Ryuko or something, but.
And that was just that was awesome. That was
hilarious.
That was awesome because over the course of the show, we've seen him basically keep an eye out for Mako. We have, because she gets herself into a lot of issues, and he's
definitely
helped her out in some of those cases before. So the fact that happened here, that was just absolutely fantastic. Everything they did with the Devas, and Satsuki was just again a badass. Just the still images of her face with her eyebrows of determination. It's just yes, absolutely. And we got Ryuko and Satsuki using the two scissor blades together in unison, awesome. Even though that wasn't the way it was eventually finally resolved.
Right. We thought that Satsuki and Ryuko would fuse together in some way through their combined already fusing with their robes and stuff.
But it was actually Sumugu and Aikuro.
Basically. They had to expose themselves in order to fire off their payload into the.
But it still wasn't really working
by Gamaguri's ego burst.
Well, that's right, because his
initial penetration.
He ripped that thing wide open for them to be able to deposit the Yep. And the whole thing of them catching Ryuko, it's Senketsu dying. That's a whole other thing. But Satsuki running and the look on her face, and and then running down and jumping up and catching her, and then Mako, and then Ira and the Devas and everybody, and the fact that again Ira's just one of his hands is the size of one of everyone else's bodies. Just I love the nonsense of it and the what's the term that was being used?
Incomprehensible garbage.
Incomprehensible garbage.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's the good stuff.
Yeah. Humans are humans. Clothing is clothing.
Yep. You cannot tautology. You are
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
You have been
tautologized.
Yeah, you have been cock blocked by tautology, Ragyou. You will no longer be able to penetrate the
and so many of the things they did were basically just no use. Like
there were, there was some really funny stuff going on there.
It was just it was awesome. It was so good.
Yeah. So we still have the OVA after this, which
who knows what it's going to be? Like I thought it was going to be the date once they talked about that, but it seems like they already.
Is it going to be like a "Where are they now" kind of thing?
It could be, yeah. It could be, because I mean they still have to go to high school because you can't ever leave high school. They might not, and that would be crazy.
Here's a conflict thing that they could resolve. They could send out another signal. But this one could be intentionally about basically sending a message to all the other life fibers, basically saying that we defeated you.
Don't come back over here.
like we will destroy you if you come back here. And that could be kind of their thing of basically sending the life fibers like running, like oops, we need to reevaluate things and stuff like that.
Right.
In another show. Well, for one, Kill la Kill came out in 2012.
2013, I think.
Sure?
2013, yeah.
2012 or 2013, one of those two. It's been a while, so there's not going to be a second season of surprise Kill la Kill thing or what have you. No. But the way they set it up with there are other life fibers out there and stuff like that, a lesser show would have been like, yes, this is sequel, baby.
Let's make more money. And it's no. I feel like it's almost like the thing of the one of those memes of like J.K. Rowling, I will pay you to stop writing. Like Trigger has probably got they would have gotten less money from now because of what it would have done to the franchise.
Oh yeah,
if they had made another one, even though it would have made the money in the short term, but just the fact that like Kill la Kill is this legendary amazing thing and don't touch it. It's a cash cow on its own, and you don't need to try to milk this sucker. It's just squirting everywhere. But anyways.
My soul is in pain.
Yeah.
My innocent soul.
But Senketsu died.
He
burned up. Like
of all the deaths, I don't think that was one that I fully saw coming, because if anything, what I saw coming was that Senketsu and Ryuko were going to fuse to the point of there being no separation between them. But I think the point that they were trying to make was that humans are humans and clothing is clothing, and Ryuko and Senketsu are the only two
that are neither.
Yeah. But also are both.
Right.
And therefore, they're also everything else. And what is this ridiculous,
philosophy or whatever.
Garbage, whatever incomprehensible garbage. And the thing that's kind of interesting about the whole this is the way things are and stuff is that the whole thing with the life fibers was this is a super race of aliens that consume, and they are a cycle. They're a part of the universe. They're a force of nature and all that stuff. And that's just the way things are supposed to be.
Nature.
Right. One of the things that's important about when you break off and you establish your independency, you establish how you're going to do things differently from your parents.
Yeah.
One of the things that's very common is that the parents establish your view of the world and the environment up until that point, one, to keep you safe, but also to give you a launching pad by which you can reject their view of the world also. So here's
their glass ceiling becomes your floor.
Right. Yeah. So that's a healthy way of things, should be in some ways. I'm sure there's other ways to do it as well. But the thing that's important here is that Ryuko says, like, this is what I believe. This is what I believe. One, she's stating something, tautology. She's not really saying anything. But by stating that to the point where it becomes an antithesis to what Ragyou is saying.
Yeah, she's basically, by using tautology, she is stating it as something that is a cemented, unchangeable fact of the universe, right?
Yeah.
She has chosen her way concretely.
Right.
And she's this is the come full circle, the ending of the breaking free of the cutting the ties. It's now she has her way, and this is what it is. And there's nothing really changing that. She has officially grown up as of this point. She has chosen her way.
And one of the things that's crazy is when you're young, you are forming all of these things. They're still forming and stuff. So it's partly, I would say, the responsibility of the parents to allow the child to be as free-form and fluid in their exploration and discovery, so that they don't become so rigid by the time they hit adulthood that they can't choose anything for themselves. So when Ryuko rejects that, she is basically saying, I am going to be free. I'm going to be free.
Right. I am
free. Yes. Yeah. And I think that when she states that at the end, she's basically saying, I am free. Because those two statements I just made are immutable realities. But then she goes and states who she is.
Yeah.
And what I think is really beautiful there is that I've been talking so much. It's right there in my notes.
Awakening, identity.
How much this is about awakening your identity, basically. Like that. Those two things are so important here.
Yeah.
The final thing that she basically tells off Ragyou with is that we are not clothes. We are not humans. But by extension of us being both of them, we are both of them, and also we are everything else. And I love it because you're not meant. I don't think you're meant to look as deep into actually the verbiage of what's being said. But what's actually being said to me, I think, is that there is no limit with the everything else thing. There is no limit to who I can be. There is nothing that says I can't be this or I can't be this.
Right.
It's saying,
I have actively chosen, because and I think the fact that they kept it ambiguous, because like the whole thing of I am everything, from one perspective that could be seen as basically a regression, because part of growing up is condensing the options, right? You have this world of possibilities, and then you choose your way, right? Your way isn't going everywhere; it's a way. So by definition, there are things that aren't. Right, exactly.
Don't look at the verbiage.
But what I think is important about that is that they're basically saying, by doing that, it's opening it up for everyone. The idea that what we're getting at here is a truth, a thing that anyone can use. Anyone can, absorb the life fibers of and take it in for themselves, right? And that's the. Yeah. While we shouldn't look too close at the verbiage, I think there is an intentional reason of why that verbiage is there, and I think that's it, and I think that is worth.
But that has nothing to do with Ryuko.
No, right, of course.
So I was going at it specifically with regards to Ryuko.
Okay. The end sequence of them going on the date and everything, and Ryuko like waiting and bringing back the first ending, and then Mako showing up and all of that stuff, and Satsuki with her haircut and everything, and the Devas, all four of the Devas like watching the date, all like that was awesome. That was wonderful. What else? The action was excellent. The animation was just, what's to say? It was incredible. I didn't expect another transformation that was of that caliber. I wonder if anyone's tried to cosplay that, because that seems like it would be stupidly hard or impossible.
There were floating things.
So exactly. Right.
Also, I think the Kill la Kill people are probably nice enough to know that they don't want to spoil everyone on like the final transformation.
Sure, there you go.
And stuff as well.
Yeah, go for more of the iconic stuff. Yeah,
who I really would be impressed to see is a final transformation with regards to Ragyou, because that looks big, heavy.
I don't even know how
I think
to do that.
Not with the Harame Nui stuff, but the one before that. I think you could definitely pull that one off.
Oh, the robe,
the white one. Yeah, exactly. And I think that one could be very fun to do at a convention, because you'd almost need like a Harame Nui to come with you and be like your train holder, and just kind of help you out with
and
that.
Since it's so big, you could actually set up lights like as a backdrop behind your head, so that
or you just paint your hair or something.
Sure.
The big thing I kind of wanted to finally say, other than just kind of gushing over the favorite parts of the episode and stuff, is that Satsuki as a character has had her whole vision be around destroying and defeating Ragyou.
Yeah.
And when it came down to the final, final clash and what have you, main character had to go and do the thing.
Right.
But if you think about what that means for Satsuki, Satsuki is probably the more I would say, vocally driven of the characters in terms
Sure.
of just like what we've seen of her actions and things like that.
Yeah.
And I saw something special in this episode, which had been building up to a bit, where she seemed to be looking on as kind of like a proud sister.
Oh,
and I think that was really sweet. There were a couple moments where that happened, but when Ryuko was falling and stuff there, you see her, frantic animation running and stuff like that to go after her and stuff. But what I think is really kind of subtly special there is just that she was looking up at the sky. I don't know what everyone else was doing. They're just freaking out or something like that, just waiting until all the world was going to end and stuff. She sees Ryuko first. She runs up to her to to catch her first. She's alone. There's no one else close to being there, maybe because she's running the fastest or what have you. But there were a couple moments in this episode where people seem to sacrifice themselves for others and things like that. And I know this is Kill la Kill, and it's ridiculous and over the top, so we're not supposed to take everything too literally and stuff. But I think that Satsuki in that moment was basically ready to like
body cushion,
just let herself die in order to save her sister and stuff like that. There was something really powerful back couple episodes ago where they had that quiet moment on the aircraft carrier, where I think we saw how much Satsuki's motivations had changed to being kind of there for her sister. Because in a lot of ways, Satsuki had more people around her than Ryuko did. And Ryuko's nature had been one that pushed other people away to where she didn't make it easy for other people to be near and close to her. So I loved that when we had that final Nissan, kind of thing there near the end. I was like, okay, that's there it is. That's the
right in the Kokoro.
That's the right in the Kokoro.
That was awesome. I thought you were going to go somewhere completely different with that, but that was really good. Yeah. What I was going to say, kind of along those lines, is that the fact that Satsuki stepped back and didn't say, "I'll go with you," kind of a thing, right?
Yep.
That's huge for one big reason that comes to mind for me, is that because it's not just that Ryuko's the main character and all that stuff, sure, but Satsuki had a very controlling mother, and a lot of issues that went along with that. She was also a very controlling person, not in a bad way. She just had, a strategy and, the way that she did things, and, she was a bit manipulative.
She dabbled in Ragyou tactics,
Right. Yeah. And the fact that she, at the end, because everything that happened in this show, like, she wanted more than Ryuko. Like in a lot of ways. Like, there was the whole thing with her dad, but that I would say is the one exception. But after that, it was focused on Ragyou and, who wants her to die more than Satsuki. Yeah. And the fact that she basically gave it up.
Yeah, I think she was aware she couldn't do anything.
Well, right. Yeah, there was probably... sure. Yeah. But the fact that she basically said, "You take care of this," I think is shows a lot about how she's grown, and the fact that while Ragyou was the one that raised her, and she did learn a lot of her tactics and stuff as a result of Ragyou, and thinking about how to take down Ragyou, she is not Ragyou.
Right.
She won't have the same issues that Ragyou had, because the issues that Ragyou has, while they go to absolute extremes, the core root, the nexus fiber of it, I would say is a lot more realistic and common than people would think or like to admit. So the fact that Satsuki gives hands the baton to Ryuko, I thought that was important.
I thought it was really special that Ryuko said, "I'll go," in a sacrificial way. And I thought that was kind of the point of it, was that Ryuko was basically saying, whoever goes up there, it probably has to be me. But whoever goes up there, either way, they're gonna die probably. So I might as well do it because this is my fight. This is my fight, and I don't think she's really looked at Satsuki ever through that lens of what this means for Satsuki, like entirely, because Ryuko's very much about her way and stuff.
Right.
And this isn't a negative thing to say that she's not aware of kind of what's going on with Satsuki. It's that someone needs to make the decision. Ryuko is the one that decisively just decides, I'll do the thing. I'll go out and go for that and stuff. I liked, however, like what you're saying, that Satsuki basically let her do this, but I like that she didn't say anything. Like there was no go or
right,
like,
exactly.
Yes, this is your time or whatever. She just looked on at her with kind of a pride of just like, that's my sister right there. That's my sister.
Yeah,
and
that was great.
I love brotherly, sisterly relationships and stories. They're probably my favorite stories more than any kind of romantic relationships or anything like that, because when they're done really well, it's something that shows a bond that's so strong that it's beautiful. And these characters have not been like bonded together for very long.
No.
So I liked in a lot of ways that Satsuki was the leader in that bond being developed over the last few episodes.
Right.
And culminating, I would say, in her moment of like frantic rushing. And I get that it's meant to be a little bit kind of Nakama, everyone working together, not just Satsuki,
Right.
But I like that Satsuki was first. She was there to catch the initial blow. And when we see her running, she's like, she almost looks like she's angry that she can't move her body fast enough.
The eyebrows were in full
full swing, full power. Yes. But yeah, this show, so OVA next week, Jacob. We'll have one more week of this.
That's right. Now, but the story has finished. For all intents and purposes.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
So if it does end here, who's best girl?
I'm not even gonna say, Jacob. We had the wedding in Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
We don't know the story being over yet.
That's true.
Remember what happened in those. I will say, I'm not going to compare the two shows yet in their entirety, because I still think we have more to go with Kill la Kill getting this OVA. But what they did in those last few minutes of Gurren Lagann, if they decide to make a whole episode out of something like that in Kill la Kill, this might end up being like a definitively better show for me than Gurren Lagann.
See, here's the thing.
I know you're already in that thing already, so I'm just trying. Everyone here already knows that.
I'm just trying to think about where this show sits in like my favorites of all time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I love this show.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so good.
So y'all, thank you so much for watching our reaction discussion this episode. If you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. Any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories or just hang out in general. So Jacob's going to promote something here real quick.
Indeed. So my sci-fi novel Battle Lines, available for pre-order. Link to the Kickstarter in a pinned comment down below. Go buy it, because it's a great book. I think you'll really love it. And I can't wait to talk about the characters and the story and all that goodness with you. So do that.
Yeah. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.